Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with Andrew Guitros here.
Good afternoon. Good morning.
I might add that we've got quite a number of things to visit with our friends out there. And I see where Mr. Alvin Haynes, we call him Chubby Haynes with Williams Funeral Home of Opelousas, has named Edna Lestraps as his new director of aftercare. And something of interest right here, she attended a full basketball scholarship, and she's a native of Port Barre, one of your
you like that?
Possible friends. Well, she's a little younger than you are.
And she went to Bethune-Cookman over in Daytona Beach.
That's correct. Then after graduation from there, she came and worked on her master's degree in social work at Southern University, and she is going to be working as its new director of the aftercare. That's after the funeral and everything takes place. A lot of these families have some real difficult times, and she has the training to work. So I want to compliment Chubby and his family on this particular position. And another person who recently retired, she's a fixture at Opelousas City Hall. I forgot, it's right at 40 years, 39 years of loyal service. And I'm speaking of Miss Anna Darbone. And in the picture with her is our city marshal, Paul Mouton, and a former city judge who chose to retire after many, many years of service. And of course, his right-hand person for all of those years was Miss Anna Darbone, and also shown in the picture here is Anna's husband, Lee Darbone, who we see around the palace quite a bit, having coffee, and Judicial Administrator Lavanya Malvo was also pictured.
From Palmetto, Louisiana as well.
Yeah, and they gave a nice retirement party, and we certainly want to wish Anna and Lee a lot of fun now that she will be able to travel a little bit.
Don't forget, Monday night is a soiree royale over at the Evangeline Downs Event Center. That's to help fundraise for the Opelousas St. Landry Chamber of Commerce. They're going to have 40 different signature dishes from chefs throughout the whole state. Go by. You can get tickets ahead of time at the Chamber of Commerce, or you can get some, I'm sure, at the door, because it's a big facility. In the old days, they'd pack them in and it would run out of room. But I think you can still buy tickets, so give them a holler. Monday night.
They've been selling 600 tickets to this event every year.
And they're going to sell more this year, I bet you.
You think so?
I think so. I think that bigger,
economy is
a little bit more, and not too big. You know, people, the fall is here. The football's in the house, so you want to start going out and having a good time.
Yeah.
How about this? We got one more sponsor, the Quarters Casino and Travel Plaza over there north of Opelousas at I-49 North Exit 23. You can go to El Pico de Gallo Mexican Restaurant and Cantina there Monday through Sunday from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. 2-for-1 margaritas with your meal. Come for a fiesta. And on the other side, you can go to the Quarters Casino side and try your luck at gaming. They've got the good Chevron fuels with well-lit, well-covered pumps, and they've also got crispy, crunchy chicken inside their huge convenience store. Stop by.
Grand Coteau is hosting the first Sweet Dough Pie Festival. Now, I'll tell you, that kind of gets
pretty good.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. It's coming up. It's quite a ways off, but it's not that far anymore. November the 3rd, and it's going to be grounds of the Catholic Church on Church Street in Grand Coteau, Louisiana.
St. Charles Church.
And it's going to also include food from local restaurants, arts, crafts, all the regular festival. And if you have maybe an RV to participate as one of the cooks and offer your particular recipe for your sweet dough that you picked up from your grandmother years ago, you can call 662-3058 or visit www.sweetdoughgc.com. GrandCoteau.com. How about that? Pretty clever. Good luck to you all, these fundraisers. And while we're talking about that, let's talk about the one that touches our heart every year. You know, it's coming around, right around the corner. The first Wednesday of December each year, Bobby Dupre, better known in December as Santa Claus, will be hosting our annual breakfast.
December the 5th this year.
December the 5th, first Wednesday, and it's going to be held as usual over at Indian Hills Country Club. nice facility. Kind of start planning, and we making this as your invitation. You don't, if you want an invitation to come, you certainly welcome to
send us your email address and your mailing address to bobbydupre@kdcg.com, or you want to send us something in the mail. What you can do to make sure you get on our mailing list is take a check, write a nice donation, put it in an envelope, and mail it to Breakfast with Santa, P.O. Box 70, Opelousas, Louisiana, 70571. And I know on your check it's got all your mailing address. You'll definitely get an invitation to come for the breakfast.
Yeah, and we need some help. They are struggling over there.
Correct.
And every penny that you give, I mean, this is kind of, we almost unusual. Well, the two of us are a little unusual. I think those of you who've been watching it for 11 years now,
they've picked it up.
They've picked up by now. But every penny that you send to us, give to us, donate to us, every check we receive, every dollar we receive goes to the clinic.
Correct.
The chefs come and provide their services free. They
all
fight
the food
to bring
is free.
the food free. The facility.
Postage letters you get from us, it's all paid for. None of that comes out of your donation.
None of it comes out of your donation.
Your $25 goes direct to therapy for these children that have cerebral palsy. So if you can help us, send a donation.
Okay, and
what else you got? You got the Grand Prairie event right there. The Sauce Piquant Cook-Off is coming up. It's the end of September.
Yep.
That's going to be September the 30th, and it's going to be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. over at St. Peter's Church in Grand Prairie. So I want to give a shout out to our good friends there. Bobby Dupre is going to be out there with his sweet potatoes at some point, I guess.
The homecoming of Aubrey Joan Lahey. This is one of the little special children. I don't think I talked about
You did a little bit last week. You did.
Started, and I don't think we were able to finish.
I think so. I think it was close to a break.
A break. They adopted a child, Samantha and Bobby Lahey, in June of this year, 2012, and she's a special little child. And I read that, and it just made me think of my own daddy coming here from New York City, and being taken in by some loving Cajun family. And what an opportunity we all got. Instead of being born up in New York City, we were born up here in Cajun country. And I was the only one born in Plaisance. I didn't know that. Cody and John were actually, Daddy was living for a while. He was renting a little house over in Moundville, which is just on the outskirts of Washington, Louisiana. And anyhow, this is a very interesting story, and there's interesting stories every edition of the Bon Nouvelle. Bobby Dordo and his columnists, the writers who send in these articles. This article here was by Ashley Michaud, and I think she's a new writer for the paper, and what a home run she hit on this particular article.
Very good. Did you watch the LSU game Saturday night? You didn't say a whole lot about the game. Did you get to watch it?
I watched it. It
had a new quarterback.
A new quarterback, and we almost lost him.
He got hit.
He got hit.
He got hammered.
He got stabbed. I mean, just
that
hit him right in the chest.
He made a grimace. I did get to see him make his grimace.
The picture in the Morning Advocate that I showed you earlier.
Oh, that was on the sideline. He still had that face.
It making him look like he's about 40 years old. I mean, it aged him in a hurry. In a real.
What you trying to say?
Just look at
what you trying to say? You trying to say 40-something years old is not young?
They must have caught that picture
just right, huh?
Golly.
They got to give him a more flattering one. It kind of help him out.
I think he'll be okay.
I hope so.
And they're going to have to give him the protection, I mean, he's got to have the protection to.
And he's got to call for the protection when he's at the line. It works both ways. The man's got to block, but then he's got to know that this fella's going to come free. So I got to make a call. Audible out. How about the two running backs doing so well? I was very impressed. Dalton Hilliard's nephew.
Yeah, boy.
Ran. I mean, strong.
Kenny
Hilliard, and then our boy Blue, as they like to call him. He's our boy Blue. That's the other running back that does so well. So hopefully we'll have a good year.
We certainly want to thank the folks over at Evangeline Downs for putting on a real successful thoroughbred meet, which will be ending this weekend. And in fact, we are taping Tuesday again this week. That's the second time. This is not a usual habit. We're going to go back to Wednesday, hopefully next week. But tomorrow is the big sales over at the Equine Sales Company.
Which will be yesterday for y'all watching at home.
For those of y'all watching at home, it's going to be yesterday. It's going to be starting at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. And I wanted to be there. Mr. Harold Foreman and his group have put together a beautiful group of horses that they're going to be offering for auction to the public.
One of the largest sales in the South. I mean, most of them I see are about 75, 80 horses, and he's like
150.
200.
Yeah, he's got 280 horses being offered for sale. And so I'm hoping everything goes good, because there's some bigger plans in the making on the drawing board. This is just a little portion of what Mr. Harold Foreman and his group of investors would like to bring to the Opelousas, Acadiana area.
It's what everybody kind of talked about when the thing began. They said if the racetrack can do well enough, then all the other industries will grow around it, from veterinary services to horse sales to training to everything.
You know, these storms can affect you. They were having the quarter horse meet, which is a short meet over at the fairgrounds, and they had to take all the horses off the track and haul them other places. So they're not gonna, it's such a short period, they're not gonna get the trainers to all come back. In fact, they're gonna have a big race, could be Saturday night here. The 11th and 12th races will be a big futurity race and the consolation race.
It's very good that Evangeline Downs has the capacity to better turn around and make sure they can still get all the people here to do all the work that has to be done.
That's correct. So we want to thank Terry Vance and Sam Bro, both are trainers, and they work, they're elected members of the HBPA board, of which I serve on, and they work with the Evangeline Downs track here during the season to always looking to make sure that the facility is safe for the jockeys and the horses, and also good living quarters in the back for all the employees that work and live back there. Sure. That's a little city of its own back there. So we want to thank them. They spend a lot of time. And as I said, I want to thank the Evangeline Downs staff. They did a good job. They worked hard to make this as good a season as could
You got your
make
prayer
it.
Book floating around here? Uh-oh.
Yep, I have it.
Right next to your heart.
Yep. Yeah, remember I talked out of my heart last time, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's see here. Mary, most pure mother, obtain for me the grace to dedicate my whole life with all the strength of my body and soul to serve God. This weekend, like every weekend, Andrew and I ask that you consider attending the church of your choice. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Andrew, for a beautiful job.
You know the drill.
Generosity. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
You're watching KDCG TV, uniquely Acadiana.